Can you hear me now? I think I fixed it. What's up, everybody? I was trying to figure some shit out. What up, what up, what up? Can you hear me now? No sound? What about now? I think we're in it, boys and girls. Can you hear me? Type the letter A if you can hear me right now. Are we rocking and rolling? Come on, people, help me out. Still no sound? Beautiful. Beautiful. I got a fancy light set up. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? I don't know why you got so many dislikes on this deal already. If you could do me a favor and give this a thumbs up. We got 37 dislikes on a video that just started like a second ago. That hurts my feelings. I wish you guys would show me some love. The secret shit? What's the secret shit? I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. What up, what up, what up? What's happening, everybody? Good, good. I'm here to hang out. Here to answer your questions. Dude, I was silent Mike. I don't know how to run computers, man. I'm doing the best. I'm doing great. I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Just finished some cardio. In here to chat with you guys. Help you out for a little while. Just kick it. Then I'll probably eat some foods. And watch the NBA playoffs. Dude, yeah. Thank you for giving the likes. I don't know why we got 38 dislikes. A bunch of haters up in here. I didn't start hours ago, but I scheduled it at 4:30. Yeah, what the hell, Levi? How can you dislike a video when I scheduled it and then I showed up on time? Appreciate it all. Erectile dysfunction, I don't know much about it. I don't know why there's dislikes. Let's see if we get a shit ton of likes. That'll make me feel a lot better. Any thoughts on putting out my own coffee? There's a lot of thoughts on that topic. Things may or may not be in the works. I'm just testing the waters, seeing what's happening. Yeah, there may be some coffee in the future. What if I came out with some coffee? Would that be something you guys be interested in? Opinion on branched chain aminos and D-ball. I don't use either D-ball or branched chain aminos, so I don't know. Bucks or Raptors? It's a good series. I like the Bucks a little bit more, to be honest. Warm-up stretches for the squat, bench, and deadlift. I'm not a huge fan of warming up. I'm not a big fan of stretching. I'm more a fan of just warming up. So get your core temperature up, move around, kind of dynamic stretching. I put out a video a little bit ago with it. What up, what up, what up? Favorite NBA team? I'm a Cavaliers fan. Food I eat regularly? I eat Chipotle a lot. I don't work for Reebok. I'm just sponsored by them. Oh, it was 4:30 a.m.? Dang, my bad. That's my fault. A cookbook is in the works. Cookbook's in the works for a long time. I'm trying to layer some stuff, trying to help you guys out with tracking macros, but also just yummy food. So, yeah, we see. You'd buy some coffee, you don't even drink coffee? Dude, I like soccer. I'm not that into it, but I do like it. I don't really take any supplements, to be honest. I drink a lot of coffee. That's why perhaps some coffee is in the works. No power building for women, just because the programming is typically the same for most of the training. The diet is what's different. So in the fat loss, there's the nutrition aspect. That's kind of the big difference for the women. To increase your bench press, should I lift heavy very often or a few times on low weight? Kind of either. I put out a bunch of programs, especially a free one to hopefully help you. But there's a lot of different ways to get strong. But following a good program will help you the best rather than just guessing. Coffee's a must-have. I'm not a big creamer guy, but I drink black coffee. You should get Barbo Brigade to do release co-design with some other fitness people, like Silent Mike shirt. Maybe, man. That'd be really dope. The Barbo Brigades are obviously homies. I'd love to eventually do a shirt with them. Santa Rosa in the house. What's up? How to recover from a shoulder injury? Very, very broad topic, man. It depends on the injury. I would suggest any injury, going to see a physical therapist. Do you think that being around legends like Ed Cohn, Eric Spoto, etc., the list goes on, have helped you grow in powerlifting or made you question your own ability? It's helped me grow a ton. I've been around people like that of that caliber, the best coaches and lifters for 5 years. Basically, all it's done is accelerated my learning. What may take some others 10, 15 years to gather in knowledge and experience, I feel I've gained. So it's definitely upped my confidence as a coach and a lifter. Will I ever be on their level as a lifter? Maybe not. But could I be on their level as a coach? Yeah, easily. Will my bench program work, Kaizen bench program work while you're losing weight? It can work, but I would check out our fat loss program if you're trying to keep some of your strength while dieting. Melbourne, what up? Talk about myofascial release. What do you want to talk about myofascial release? Mayweather, McGregor. I'm paying more attention to this TJ Dillashaw, Cody Garbrandt. I'm waiting for No Love to beat the shit out of TJ. I think it's June or July. How can you deadlift with a lower back injury? Fix the lower back injury, then get into deadlifts. MCL strain. Should you take a break from heavy squats? I would refer to a doctor. Strain is a very, very broad topic, a broad term, so check with your doctor. When do you start wearing a belt? Kind of whenever. I wear a belt about 50%, 60% on my warm-ups. Where am I? I am in my living room. Dude, I don't know when Reebok's going to make a Silent Mike hat. We're working on it, man. I'm working on all that. Do you recommend as a summer reading for understanding programming? There's a periodization Bible that gets you a good base for everything. How do you work on limp wrists when benching? One, squeezing the barbell is going to help. I think about these top knuckles, forcing them to the ceiling, but also wrist wrapping high onto your wrist, kind of from here to here, is what I recommend. As far as myofascial release, can you explain how it works a little bit? I think the theory of myofascial release is, so your fascia basically is think of like a sausage encasing that is underneath your skin and above your muscles. I am not much of a believer in it, to be honest. I don't think myofascial release really exists. I don't really think you manipulate tissue that way. What I think, my theories or theories I've read, they're not really my theories because I don't study this shit, but what I believe most is that it's all kind of, central nervous system triggered. So myofascial release, massage, body tempering, all these things kind of tell your brain that the area is okay, it's safe by adding pressure to it and allowing it to relax, and then your brain and everything kind of shuts it off, shuts off the knots and tightness, rather than you're actually kneading it like dough. I just don't believe that's possible. How do you build forearms of the gods? A lot of double overhand work. I'm a big fan of that. Just deadlifts, stiff legs, pulls. What are we going to call the coffee? First, we got to get the perfect fucking roast. That's the process right now. If anybody has any connects, shoot me an email. But working on maybe a cold brew, I'm working on a couple roasts. Just some delicious shit to share with you guys, because coffee is one of the things I love most in life. When performing deficit deadlifts, do you go based off the percentage of your 1 rep max deadlift or deficit deadlift? When I program, I program exercise variation based off your normal 1 rep max. So take your 1 rep max to your deadlift and apply it to close grip, apply it to pause squats, apply it to deficit deadlifts. Why don't I use PEDs? I don't use performance enhancing drugs because taking them will take my lifting, hopefully, or would take it to another level. But that's not what I find fulfillment in. And taking them wouldn't help me personally with my growth. I pulled 700 pounds this last summer. If I take PEDs and pull 750, I won't feel any happier, any more fulfilled. So I'll just keep doing what makes me feel fulfilled, and that's creating content, helping you guys, and that's it. Nitro coffee is typically a cold brew coffee. You take cold coffee. You brew it in cold water for 24 to 36 hours, and then you add nitrogen to it, so it gets a little frothy, something like a Guinness beer. Are you allowed to wear headphones in a meet? Yeah, and most meets you just can't wear them on the platform. Q method by Brandon Lilly is a general great method. I think I'm more into a little bit higher frequency, a little bit higher volume than some of that, but it definitely works. When you squat, quote unquote, heavy, do you have a target time? No, I don't time any of my sets, especially my heavy working sets. I'll get my conditioning elsewhere if I want to focus on that, but while I'm training heavy, I just take as long as I need break-wise. What's up, everybody? Appreciate you guys being here. If you guys could share this out, I'd be very thankful. And also, if you could give it a thumbs up, I'd be very thankful. Do I do core work? I don't really do core work. I'll do planks here and there, some weighted crunches, but not a ton, to be honest. Favorite lifting shoe? Right now, I dig the Reebok Legacy. I just like how they look and feel. Does squatting correlate with deadlifts? Yeah. I mean, I think if you could build bigger quads, overall your deadlift is going to go up in time. I do some online coaching, but the majority of my programming is right here, my friends. If you guys are interested, I don't know if you can pin things on here. I know you can on Twitter. How do you pin this? KaizenTraining.com has all my programs. Andrew, tell him, homie. Can you guys just like and share this for me? What do you think about squatting without shoes? I think that's fine, besides the obvious dangers of smashing a toe, which I have done. I don't have a cold. I got hella bad allergies. Sacramento is known as the city of trees, and we just have tons of variety of trees, and my allergies get crushed in the spring. So sorry for the noises. How often do you work traps and neck? So I've never really worked neck. I know it's kind of a wrestling thing, kind of an old school bodybuilding thing. Not that informed on it, to be honest. I do deadlifts, maybe some shrugs here and there, and a bunch of rows to work my traps, and then my neck kind of grows with it a little bit. Should you aim to squat the same weight as you deadlift? I would say no. Everybody's built a little different, and everyone just has different leverages. So some people are going to squat more than they deadlift, and some people are going to deadlift more than they squat. What else we got? You'll give it a thumbs up if I talk about the CrossFit Lite TR coming back. I don't have any information on that, but what I can promise is I'll go to Reebok and try to make sure there is a shoe, for powerlifters. That's all I could really promise. I can't promise they'll make a shoe. I can't promise there's anything coming back with the Lite TR, but what I can promise is that I will try hard to make sure on their website there's some kind of shoe for us powerlifters. Is there a chance there'll be another shoe giveaway like you did in November? I think you flew someone out for the weekend. I didn't fly anybody out. I don't really have anywhere for anyone to stay, but I did do some custom shoe giveaway, and I can do that again for sure. Is a seated behind the neck press a good accessory for bench? Building your shoulders can help your bench, yeah. Behind the neck is not always capable for most, so sometimes a little more dangerous, but yes, shoulder press in general is good. I don't use bands that often. When did I start working out? I started working out when I was about 14, 15. Bryce Wilson, how would you recommend tweaking a powerlifting program for something with a little more bodybuilding focused? So basically, I created a program, a power building program with Omar and Bart just to solve that exact issue. So again, KaizenTraining.com. You can check that out. It's available for pre-order right now. It's a discounted price because it's a pre-order, but you can check that out. Power building program, 16 weeks. Best powerlifting program? There is no best powerlifting program. There's a lot of good programs out there, a lot of good coaches out there, but I wouldn't say there's one better than the other. Is there any negative about holding the squat in a bottom position for pause? Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of a negative. Timing and rebound of a squat is very important. So if all you do is pause squats, you may miss that. But it is a great accessory and a great exercise variation. Squat shoes, do I recommend getting the same size or size down? That's personal preference. I like my lifting shoes to be a little bit tighter just because I don't care. I'm not running around in them. So I go half a size down. Mike, will the 16-week program be in different phases with different days? So kind of the general split stays the same, but there is different phases in terms of exercise selection and intensity and volume. T-bar row or OG barbell row? Both, man. Why not both? Opinions on 531? 531 is a super solid program. You second Alex Kim. I'm going to go find Alex Kim. What's Alex Kim's question? Oh, 531. Yeah, it's a good program. Mad Cow 5x5, good program. Deadlifts and Oli shoes? Typically not. You want to be a little bit closer to the ground. You do not want to worry about the extra inches. It's better just to have a flat shoe. How much will the standalone 16-week power building program cost upon release without the extras? I can't promise, but around $50 maybe? I'm not sure. Is there merit to waiting to pull sumo till hitting 3 or 4 plates conventional? I think there is merit to learning how to pull conventional correctly and hip hinge before you try to get into sumo, but there's not necessarily a exact number or poundage, no. How quickly will I add back calories when I'm done cutting? Really slow, man. My goal is to really stay lean and kind of maintain that, hopefully for the rest of my life, so I'm going to try to do it right. Are shoes like the Legacy Lifter legal in powerlifting meets? Yes, they are. I'm coming to Texas June 3rd. I'll be at the American Fit Expo all day kicking it. So I'm doing a Q&A, I think, Sunday in the afternoon, and Saturday I'll be hanging out. You're down 14, 17 pounds on Kaizen, dude. That's fucking awesome. Congratulations. It's really dope to hear, to be honest. 9 weeks, 15 pounds, you're right at it, dude. Pound and a half a week. What high intensity intervals do I do? I typically been doing the spin bike. Today even I went to Allen's, which is right down the street, squatted, benched, did some back and arms, and then I drove to a commercial gym to do spin bike sprints, just 5 sprints, 20 seconds all out, minute and a half rest. But what I promised myself this week is I'm just going to buy myself a bike. I'm sick of it, so I'm just going to go find a used spin bike on Craigslist or something. Do I watch the NBA? Yeah, man. I'm a big basketball fan. I've never been to El Paso. I've never really been to Texas, to be honest. But I'm going to be in Austin and then Houston. Or Houston and then Austin. How do I manage my time? Right now, man, I manage my time by priority of what makes me happy. So I put that first. And then I'll get my work done. And then that's how it goes. Favorite beer? I don't really drink that much beer, to be honest. I love beer, but I don't really drink it. How often do I stretch? Basically never. What are my workout days like? Specifics would be nice. Man, I put out every single workout I do on YouTube. Go check my other videos. It literally shows basically everything I do in the gym, besides my cardio. Keto diet? Personally not a huge fan. Compare my personal one-on-one coaching to Kaizen. So basically Kaizen is a more affordable way for you guys to access some of my philosophies of programming. One-on-one coaching is more expensive because you have all of my attention. I write the program literally type it out by hand for you. And then also I critique your form. So it's much more expensive, but you get more for it per se. You get more attention. If you just want to lift, follow a good program, and focus on your own form, then you can do something like Kaizen. Is there a place for the slingshot and Kaizen programs? I mean, I guess there's a place, yeah. Is it necessary? No, that's why it's not in there. Same reason why pec fly isn't in there. I just don't think it's necessary. Can it help? Sure. Get a real bike. I have a real bike, but I don't really have that much place to ride it. And in summers here in California, it gets 110 degrees. I'm not going to go ride a bike out in that. I recommend the Kaizen program for just about everyone. So anyone that wants to get stronger or whatever goal, the goal for Kaizen is to have a program, a system with tools, a solid Excel, and explanations for you guys to whatever your goal is. Go to that website, receive a program that fits your goal and allows you to reach it. What else we got, team? Is there a reason why you're having trouble gaining muscle but no problem gaining strength? So strength often will come before muscle because there's multiple pathways that we're kind of gaining strength through. So there is just getting better at the lift, technical acquisition. So getting better technique, getting more efficient at the movement, you can get stronger that way. You can also get stronger with volume training, etc. And then like force production. So you can kind of train all three of those at the same time with proper programming, allowing you to get stronger over time. To gain muscle, it literally just takes years. I mean, it takes years of that volume and progressive overload plus calorie surplus. So that's kind of just how it goes. Everybody takes longer to do gain hypertrophy than to gain strength. Just nature of the beast. Can you do me a favor right now, my friends? We got 278 people in here. Not that many, to be honest. But if you could give it a like, share this thing out to your friends. Let's get this thing cracking. I'll stay on for another half hour or so. How many days training is Kaizen? So Kaizen has multiple programs. We have programs that are 4 days a week, some that are 5, and then the latest power building is 6. How come you can squat 525 but can't deadlift 455? A lot of it has to do with leverages. Yeah. Everyone wants to know, am I still cool with super training? Yeah, man. Still cool with super training. I'm pretty much cool with everybody. No reason not to, man. Life's too short to have enemies. With the power building program from Kaizen, can you switch days around? You could do whatever you'd like. We wrote the program to be optimal and most effective for most. So, I get so many questions about, hey, could I do this to the program and do this? You could do whatever you want. I mean, you honestly can. You could write your own program. But if you're going to trust in us and our expertise and our experience, I would try to do the program as written. Do you do training sessions in home gyms if clients in Manteca or are willing to pay? Man, traveling to Manteca would cost a lot, to be honest. That's not close. I never really done anything like that, but it wouldn't be cheap, to be honest. On Kaizen, is it just for competition stance? Not sure what you mean. NFL team, dude, I'm a Niners fan and a Browns fan. Buckeyes, Cavs, Indians, who wins a championship first? The Cavs just won a championship last year, man. Cavs are going to win another one, too. We got a repeat coming. I've never been to Dan Green's gym. David, we're not cool? Why not, bro? How long have I been lifting? I've been lifting basically since 8th grade, so whatever that is, 13, 14. But really getting after powerlifting, strength and conditioning for about 8 years. I trained a long-ass time before competing in powerlifting, probably 3 or 4 years. How to fix uneven traps? A lot of that might have to do with spine, so maybe a chiropractor. Not sure, to be honest. I mean, you could do some unilateral stuff, make sure you're moving even. I would check your posture also when you're sitting, standing, working out. How can you become as handsome as me? Man, you can't, dude. It's next level shit. Who's the strongest pound for pound lifter I know? I mean, I guess Ed Cohn. Kaizen, does it have squat variation and deadlift variation? The power building program that just came out has some variations in it, but I'm not a huge fan of variation, to be honest. I try to keep things pretty close to the typical lifts, but we'll continue to come out with more programs. Powerlifting is next, so we'll have a very specific powerlifting program to peak for a competition, and then we'll have a more general one, which will have plenty of exercise variation in it. Thoughts on Hack taking second place at the lifting meet because he was heavier? I mean, that's just the nature of the sport, man. The lighter guy wins by Wilks or whatever score they use. How to game forearm size? I already talked about that. Why is everybody so into their forearms today? A lot of double overhand work. Yeah, I mean, everything's genetics, if you want to blame it on that. But you could also improve with what you're built. Accessory assistance for variation for the best results on the main lifts. Majority of people that I've coached, hundreds, and thousands of people I've seen, just need to focus on the main lifts, to be honest. Some variations can help, but most people just need to figure their shit out. Thoughts on the Rock's Under Armour shoes? They're not great looking. I don't know if they're actually great for training either. I think people, call it training shoes, but they're not really training shoes. Can you squat, deadlift, and bench and lunge in them? Probably not. Are belt and knee sleeves necessary? No, man. Nothing's necessary. Nothing is necessary. Why do I use straps? I use straps basically because I'm not planning on competing right now. And then also I can really focus on my symmetry as double overhand, or over-underhand mixed grip. I get a little uneven at my pulling and I tweak my back that way. Favorite type of music? I like hip-hop mostly. Hip-hop and like oldies, Temptations, Marvin Gaye, stuff like that. Is wearing a belt for overhead press help? Yeah, man. Any particular supplements I like? Name drop? Not really, dude. I really do like energy drinks, but I've cut them out. So now I'm just drinking a lot of coffee. The Rock's going to smack my candy ass? Man, I'm going to take that jabroni, turn him upside down, and kick him right in the pooper. You drink strong coffee as a pre-workout? Me too, man. That's all I got. Do I think powerlifting is going to be in the Olympics? No. I don't. Sarachev or Milanichev impressions. Plus your dancing is sick. Appreciate that. OHP in the new Kaizen power building. Yeah, there's some overhead press. Mostly dumbbell, but you could use barbell if you really want it. Dude, Andrew, tell him, bro. Can we just get a like and a share on this thing? J. Cole or Kendrick? Ugh. Man, I don't know. I like them both a lot. Maybe J. Cole, to be honest, but I like them both. I like Kendrick's new album, yeah. What's better for building strength, high bar or low bar? It depends on the person. They're both good. Do I drink alcohol? Not really, but I do like a beer. Is 5x5 with 85% too much? Depends on the athlete. Typically, that'll be a little heavy for them, yeah. Favorite movie? Star Wars. Get at me. Power building program, weight loss program too. We have multiple programs. Do me or the guys at Kaizen ever have disagreements about programming? I wouldn't say disagreements, but maybe I'll write something up and send it to them, and then they'll send back corrections, what they think, and then we'll go back and forth why or why not, and then we come up with the program that way, kind of. Hey, I think we should superset this and take away OHP because of this and because of that, and then we'll kind of shimmy it down to the final product. Along with that, I take my, the rough draft and I send it to some athletes that I coach, mostly athletes I coach for free, friends. They run it, and I just ask for feedback, and so then I adjust according to that feedback and everyone's feedback, and then we all manipulate it and figure it out. Why do you quit artificial sweeteners? Yeah, man, no artificial sweeteners. Just drinking coffee right now. I do play some video games. I was just talking about it. I think I'm going to upgrade my internet, try to get some faster internet, and then think about live stream some Call of Duty. What do you guys think about that? I play a lot of Call of Duty. I used to play some 2K, stuff like that. Comment right now what your guys' thoughts on perhaps smashing some Call of Duty on YouTube. I'd probably start it on this channel, and then if there's some interest, I'd just maybe create a different channel. Sprinting okay for weight loss while not losing strength. I think if it's programmed and layered in correctly, yeah, it could work. It could definitely work. NYC, man, I got New York planned. I think we're talking July or August. Stevia, I think Stevia's all right. Anything in moderation. I play Xbox, but I might get some PS4 action. We'll see. More restful sleep. So I'm a big proponent of a cold room, and I also sleep with an eye mask everywhere I go. You're doing Kaizen, a 6-week program, and it feels easy. Good, man. No, I don't think you should bump it up. I think if you put the trust in the program, you should do the program. Yeah, I do Xbox. I don't know how to build a PC, man. That's way outside of my repertoire. Can you guys do me a favor? Share this sucker out. Give it a thumbs up. See if we can get this thing cracking. Favorite superhero? I watched a lot of Spider-Man the cartoon, like the 90s version. Have I done Wendler's 531? Yeah, man. I did Wendler's 531 probably like 6 years ago for a while. Yeah, I play Xbox. But maybe we'll get a PlayStation. I know gamers are really into that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it worth getting a PS4 or Xbox cool enough for this YouTube deal? Beginner program, starting strength's a good place to start. Caffeine impacts sleep? Yeah, for sure. I think it depends on the individual, but personally, I cut off all caffeine at 3 o'clock. I play a lot of Call of Duty. Best off-season program that I made. I think the power building program will be best for a lot of people. Just general hypertrophy and strength, and then eventually we'll get into an exact powerlifting off-season and maybe a bodybuilding off-season. Linear progression programs, yeah, it worked for a little while, but it won't help that much. PS4 all the way, dang. PC gaming or nothing, dang. You guys are serious. Even for YouTuber, that's just your personal preference. Because if it's your personal preference, by all means. PS4, dang. PS4 because you guys like PS4 or because you don't want to watch someone play Xbox? Man, I already collabed with Corey. I went to Corey's gym in November and hung out with him that whole week. Yeah, I'm still programming for Dan, Smokey, Pikolsky, and a few others. Listen to Jizza the Genius. Man, I know who the Jizza is. I've listened to that. I know Liquid Swords, bro. I'm a big Wu-Tang fan. Just play Xbox, right? I figure when you're watching it, it would just be cool. Gee, I got fat hands. I like an Xbox controller. Can the fat loss program by Kaizen be ran back to back? Yeah, you can continue as long as you want to continue to lose weight. Would I hang out with Max Tuning or Christian Guzman? Yeah, I know those guys a little bit. Not super close, but I've met them both. And I definitely plan on visiting both. I think I'm going to try to see Guzman this summer. And I still have yet, but I plan to visit D.C. One of my best friends lives there, and obviously I'll go say what's up to Max. Do your boy a favor. Like this thing. Dang, there's 300 people in here. Let's try to get like 800 people in here. That make me much more excited. Lower back gets tired during a low bar squat. Probably just because you're using it, man. You're bracing, hopefully you're bracing right and back's flat, but when you hip hinge, your low back's going to be a stabilizer. Favorite muscle group to work out? I don't really train muscle groups. I train lifts, so right now I'm digging squatting, although today was pretty tiring, but it still won't good. How big are my arms? I don't know, 17, a little bit over 17. Yeah, I'm going to Nick Bear's place June 10th. June 10th, I'll be at Nick Bear's place kicking it. Top place I want to travel? Everywhere, man. Hook grip makes it harder for you to grip the bar? Then don't do it. Then do mixed grip. Raw Nats 2017. Maybe I'll go so I can go to Disney World, but I don't think I'm going to go and compete. Why so many supersets on the power building day program? Just to get more work in with less time. You know, a lot of like antagonist work, so you can do biceps and triceps back to back. It's just simple, man. Am I addicted to Monster Energy? No, man. I cut it. Haven't had an energy drink probably in 2 or 3 weeks. Just been drinking coffee. The Spurs are winning the NBA title? I don't think so, man. I think LeBron James got something to say about that. Favorite food? Pizza. Get after it. Pizza's the best, man. Pizza and ice cream. Should I test 1 rep max at the end of Kaizen strength to fat loss program? You can, but you don't need to. I mean, there's no reason to test unless you continue to keep building. Favorite power lifter? All time? Ed Cohn. Current? Probably Yuri Belkin. Dude's a fucking technician. He's a stud. He's a real stud. Does this say somewhere how long we've been live? How long we've been jamming on here? The power building program is 6 days a week. Pretty high frequency, pretty high volume. I use straps when I deadlift. Starbucks order? Black cold brew or a black like Americano or a black coffee. Something like that. What do I weigh right now? I weigh 215, man. And what are my lifts for the big 3 power lifts? Best ever is a 590 squat, 405 bench, and a 705 deadlift. Upper back tight out of the hole. Just keep it getting it tight on your unrack. And when you start's one of the most important. You using block periodization as a bad for power building program? Jason, I don't know what you mean, buddy. As a bad or as a base, you think? There's some block periodization. It's also daily undulating. But I just mostly put it in blocks. 1, to have somewhere to go. And 2, to not get bored rather than actually blocking it out. Block periodization works best when you have a direct goal and a direct athlete. So you do, this guy's not good at with muscle endurance, so you do 2 blocks of that back to back, then a strength, then a peak. Since I don't know the individual athlete, I basically just undulated within the block, but then also the block. So we ramp up a little bit and then ramp back down just to get more volume in. Hopefully that makes sense. How to get fast off the floor on the deadlift. So depending on the style of deadlift, 1, you're going to have to build up your quads. So both conventional and sumo, I think both really rely on your quads, especially if your positioning is good, which is number 2. Number 2 is just about positioning. The better position you can get on, the tighter you can get in your starting position, will allow you to be faster off the ground in your pulls, both conventional and sumo. And 3, maybe some plyometric work, whether that's med ball tosses, some jumping, some broad jumping, even some skipping, running drills, just to get a little bit more of that force production and fire out of you. 3 tips. Boom. Increase your speed off the ground on a deadlift. How often do I do mobility work? Nearly never. I think mobility is specific as strength is, and right now my mobility is perfect for what I want to do. You said you like to do sets of 70 to 80% and just add more sets. How do you program that for someone who used to do heavy weight sets? I mean, I have tons of programs that you could see them and get an idea, Bryce. I think we already talked program before. I use a variety of reps and a variety of sets. So training anywhere from 55 to about 75% until it's time to peak or go heavier. Yeah, hard to say. Hard to answer that question. It's very, very, very broad and athlete specific. Is the 16-week power building program a continuation of the 4-week? I mean, yeah, it continues. It kind of flows together. Are they fairly different? Yeah, they're definitely different. There's some exercise variation in there, plus obviously reps and sets different. 5-3-1 with no accessories, okay. Anything's okay, but it's all about what you want to do and what helps you reach your goals. Is doing cardio every day necessary to drop fat? 100% not. Controlling your nutrition is going to be number one, and adding cardio is just kind of a tool to allow you to help that. Does powerlifting build enough size provided calorie surplus? What is enough size? And what is powerlifting? There's a million different powerlifting programs out there, so it is all specific. But yes, I believe the powerlifts are the best base and the best way to build size in general. To build size on your triceps and biceps, maybe not. To build general strength and size, yeah. Has training with straps messed up my grip? I don't think so. I think my grip is pretty good. And then as I build up my deadlift, going into a meet without them, it'll be even better. Can I do a muscle up? Yeah, man. I can do some muscle ups. Used to be an athlete. How effective is strong lifts 5x5? Yeah, it's good for a beginner. You can do some linear periodization. I don't know, Jeremy. I don't know why people are into accessories. They are good, but they're not the answer to everything. Starting strength and strong lifts are very similar, but yeah, starting strength is a great place to go. Did I get hard with YouTube demonetizing? They didn't really demonetize. They did hit one or two of my videos because of content. But there is a little bit, down just because of the whole deal of companies leaving. It sucks, but it is what it is. Don't rely on one thing and just continue to move forward. Any plans to visit Houston? I'll be in Houston in June. You're finishing the 12-week program this week. Should you test your maxes the following week? Yeah, you can. You can do them all the same day or 3 different days. That's all up to you. SVG strength, man. All I see is you complaining, buddy. I don't see any questions. I'm trying to help. There's also 300 people in here, so I'm doing my best. Warriors better than the Cavs? I believe not. How much longer are you going to try to be strong as possible? The rest of my life. I'm going to always try to be as strong as I can. For Kaizen, it says 2 sets and superset 2 times. Am I doing the exercise a total of 8 times? So it'll say superset times 2, which basically means you're taking the exercises that are below it, doing them in a row, resting, and repeating that 2 times. That's it. Should you worry about squatting high or low bar early in lifting? No. Put the bar where it's comfortable. Focus on your form. Older lifter masters, low reps or high reps tend to recover better in the low rep range. I suggest doing them all. Training all rep ranges allows you to stimulate different muscle fibers, and they all have a time and place. So, baseball fan, not really, to be honest. Not a huge baseball guy. Visiting Canada? Yeah, hopefully Toronto. We shall see. So stiff legs be based off of your deadlift 1 rep max? Yeah. It's all based on your 1 rep max. UFC fan, appreciate that, man. Appreciate being here for the journey. Will I ever stop coaching? No, man. It's one of the goals of life is to always take what I've learned and pass it on. Is it helpful to test 1 rep max as a beginner? Not really. I don't think it's ever really that effective to test your 1 rep max. I always think it's better to work on your 1 rep max and try to get stronger. NBA fan? I am. I do like the NBA. When to deload? I'm not a huge deload fan. You can build them into your programs, but it's not necessarily. Tips for unassisted pull-ups. Pull downs are a great deal. Using a band to work on your pull-ups and then just slowly decreasing the band strength is also a good idea. Eccentric, so you'll have no band. You'll kind of jump up and slow, maybe a 5 count, release yourself. Trying to do them 2-3 times a week will also help. What do I think will happen in The Last Jedi? I don't know, dude, but I'm excited. We got a couple months to go, but I am excited. How often do you change your workouts to avoid plateauing? So changing your workouts or muscle stimulus or muscle confusion or whatever these people call it nowadays isn't needed. You just need to progressively overload. So using more sets, more reps, or more weight to stimulate your body to adapt and then continue to grow. How much does it generally cost to be coached by me? If you are into wanting to be coached by me, just check the description. I also have my programs there and my email. You into Russian training authors? Like who, Jason? What you got, buddy? I don't read, dude. I wish I read more. I read articles just because of my ADD. I can't really read a book. I don't know. I just can't sit down. This is the longest I'll sit down all day. But I do like learning, so if I can get that bitch on an audiobook, I might be into it. I am sponsored by Reebok. Someone asked about the Kaizen program and I ignored it. I didn't. I answered it. He asked if the stiff leg deadlift is based off your deadlift, and I said it's based off your deadlift. Maybe you just weren't listening, bro. Power Rangers movie. Haven't seen it. I'll wait for DVD on that one, but I'll watch it. I do want to go to New Zealand, but no plans. West Side Training Methods. I think they're fine. They obviously built a huge empire and had a lot of success. It's more of a philosophy than a program, so I think you really need to know yourself and the program. But I don't think it has enough frequency or specificity for most raw lifters. How did I become such a stud? Maybe I was born with it. Is it okay to add a few extra sets for exercises on Kaizen accessories days? You can do whatever you'd like. I would recommend following the program if you believe in the program. It was written with intent. It was written with experience and knowledge. But you could do as you like. It's going to be cliche, but my favorite YouTuber outside of fitness industry is Casey Neistat. I mean, Casey just crushes it. Leaves you in a good mood. Amazing storyteller. Obviously amazing editor. Appreciate the kind words, friends. Guam in the house. All coaching information, check the description on all my videos. I got Kaizen and my personal coaching info for you guys. Pause squats, just 2 to 3 seconds. Not a big deal. Just pause down there, chill, continue. I think we're going to close up shop. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Be sure to subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. New videos dropping Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, and today. Thanks, guys. I saw Alan Thrall a couple hours ago. Appreciate you.